It's Popples. Viral news and trending stories.
This is the real story behind why one of the NBA's greatest duos didn't last.
The summer of 2017 was supposed to be a reset for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They had just lost their second straight finals to the Golden State Warriors, now supercharged with Kevin Durant. The mountain was higher, but Cleveland still had hope. LeBron James, the best player in the world, Kyrie Irving, the league's most fearless closer. Together, they had already done the impossible. A year earlier, they erased a 3-1 finals deficit and shocked a 73-win Warriors team. History was on their side. Then, everything changed. In July 2017, Kyrie Irving quietly requested a trade. He was only 25, a champion, 3 straight finals appearances, the man who hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history, a cold-blooded step-back 3 over Stephen Curry in Game 7. And yet, he wanted out. The move stunned the league. Just weeks earlier, Cleveland had parted ways with general manager David Griffin, the architect behind the championship roster. His exit left the organization unstable. Behind closed doors, the Cavaliers began exploring Kyrie's trade value. Kyrie found out, and that discovery changed everything. To the public, the explanation was simple. Kyrie wanted to escape LeBron's shadow. Batman and Robin, LeBron the legacy, Kyrie the sidekick. It made sense on the surface, but it wasn't the full truth. Kyrie has said repeatedly it was never about hating LeBron. It was about timing, growth, identity. From 2014 to 2017, the Cavaliers weren't just a basketball team. They were a spotlight. Every practice dissected, every interaction analyzed, every win credited to LeBron, every loss blamed on everyone else. Before LeBron returned, Kyrie was the franchise. Then, overnight, he became the second option. The pressure was relentless. Every playoff run became a referendum on LeBron's legacy. Every question framed Kyrie as a supporting character. It reached a breaking point in 2015 when a reporter asked Kyrie if LeBron was a father figure to him. Kyrie laughed it off, but the message was clear. He wasn't viewed as a peer. He was viewed as a dependent. Even moments that should have defined Kyrie were reframed. Game 7 of the 2016 finals. Tie game. Season on the line. Kyrie demanded the ball, sized up Steph Curry, and drilled the shot that won Cleveland its first championship. But history didn't remember it as Kyrie's moment. It became part of LeBron's story. The block, then the shot. One legacy. Over time, Kyrie realized something painful. If he stayed, every achievement would come with an asterisk. Yes, but he had LeBron. And then came the betrayal. After Griffin's departure, Cleveland quietly discussed trading Kyrie without telling him. Exploratory talks, what-ifs, contingency plans. To Kyrie, that was the line. He had given everything, changed his game, sacrificed touches, delivered when it mattered most. And still, he wasn't untouchable. So he took control. Kyrie requested a trade, not because he hated LeBron, but because he refused to disappear inside someone else's legacy. In August 2017, he was sent to Boston, and one of the most dangerous duos in NBA history was over. Not with an explosion, but with a quiet realization that sometimes greatness isn't enough to keep 2 stars together. Without Kyrie's careful navigation, Cleveland's exploratory trade talks could have ignited a full-blown conflict. He held leverage, limited but real, Reports claim he threatened to sit out or undergo knee surgery if he wasn't traded, a move grounded in genuine medical concerns. By August 2017, the trade was finalized. Irving got what he wanted, a fresh start in Boston, a team built around him, young stars like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and the chance to lead as the primary star. Cleveland received Isaiah Thomas, fresh off a 28.9 PPG season, along with Jay Crowder, Ante Zizic, and a first-round pick. But Thomas's hip injury and other roster challenges soon exposed the cost. Cleveland's championship window had closed. For Irving, it was freedom. Control over his career, over his identity, over his destiny. But freedom came at a price. He left a championship contender, a trusted teammate in LeBron James, and the organization that had drafted him first overall. He also left behind instability, undervaluation, and the shadow of a superstar whose legacy always eclipsed his own. Cleveland tried to keep him. Owner Dan Gilbert explored accommodations, more offensive control, a larger role, assurances about the team's direction. Irving was unmoved. Trust once broken could not be restored. He wanted a fresh start, and he was ready to take risks to get it. Boston offered opportunity, autonomy, and a chance to shape a team around his vision. For a 25-year-old in the prime of his career, the gamble was worth it, even if it meant leaving behind certainty. Statistics reveal the complexity. With LeBron, Irving thrived. 47% shooting, 43% from three, plus 39 playoff plus minus, 3 finals appearances, 1 championship. Without LeBron, the numbers dropped. Efficiency declined, teams struggled, playoff appearances vanished. Critics claimed Irving couldn't lead on his own. But context matters. Boston challenged him with a young roster and team-first system. Injuries and chemistry issues compounded the difficulty. Brooklyn promised a new chance with Kevin Durant, but injuries, COVID disruptions, and personal decisions like sitting out due to the vaccine mandate derailed continuity. Even in Dallas, paired with Luka Doncic, Irving's game flourished in a new role, no longer the sole focal point, showing his elite talent remained intact. Irving's story is not just about numbers. It's about freedom versus stability, control versus certainty, about how even a generational talent can struggle to replicate success without the right environment. And how sometimes the price of autonomy is a career defined by what could have been. Many Hall of Fame players thrived as secondary stars before becoming leaders. Scottie Pippen alongside Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant with Shaquille O'Neal. Irving admired Bryant's Mamba mentality, the focus, the fearlessness, the clutch mindset. But Bryant's solo dominance came after years of learning alongside O'Neal. Irving tried to skip that stage, moving from second option to franchise savior too quickly. Boston exposed the challenge. Young stars like Tatum and Brown, Brad Stevens' structured system, stability that Cleveland lacked. Irving's isolation-heavy style clashed with team offense. Chemistry frictions arose. Comments questioning teammates' readiness drew criticism. The 2019 playoff loss to Milwaukee highlighted the disconnection, a team more effective without him than with him. Brooklyn offered another chance with Kevin Durant, potentially a duo rivaling Cleveland's glory. But injuries, COVID-19, and his vaccine decision disrupted continuity. Despite elite per-game stats, availability was compromised, and in the NBA, availability is everything. Dallas brought clarity. Paired with Luka Doncic, Irving could thrive off the ball, blending his brilliance within a supporting framework. His efficiency rose. His impact became evident. Throughout, the media amplified every friction point with LeBron James. Early framing cast Irving as the young protege, James as the guiding elder. Coverage often reduced Irving's defining moments, like his 2016 Finals three-pointer, into supporting acts in James's narrative. Social media pushed back, but the perception persisted. Irving as sidekick, James as centerpiece. Even LeBron's praise carried dual meaning, acknowledgement and implicit framing. Irving's 2019 apology for immaturity reinforced the junior partner narrative, despite being genuine. For Irving, the story isn't just stats, it's growth, autonomy, and the struggle to define himself within a media machine designed for conflict, not nuance. The media's treatments of Kyrie Irving and LeBron James created a feedback loop. Coverage highlighting tension drew clicks, which encouraged more coverage emphasizing tension. Every Irving comment was scrutinized for hidden shots at LeBron. Every James statement dissected for subtle implications about Irving. The result? A perpetual drama machine neither player fully controlled. Clickbait thrived on ambiguity. A 2025 YouTube video titled "Kyrie Irving Just Exposed LeBron's Darkest Secret on Live TV" dramatized a Twitch comment, inflating minor remarks into supposed scandals. Irving explicitly denied any animosity, but nuanced truths rarely generate the same engagement as conflict. Irving wanted to grow as a player is far less compelling than Irving couldn't handle LeBron's dominance. This media environment shaped Irving's post-Cleveland career. Boston amplified his leadership missteps. Brooklyn's chaos, COVID-19 protocols, and his vaccine decision were framed as evidence of perpetual restlessness. Meanwhile, LeBron's moves, departing Cleveland, joining Miami, returning to the Lakers, were interpreted as savvy career decisions. The double standard reflected James's media infrastructure, narrative control, and platform reach. Over time, Irving adapted. By 2025, he accepted that some narratives were beyond his control. He clarified his perspective when necessary, but stopped expending energy fighting interpretations he couldn't change. The impulsive 25-year-old trade requester evolved into a 32-year-old who could speak thoughtfully about their shared history, acknowledge mistakes, maintain boundaries, and express appreciation. Reconciliation followed gradually. Irving's 2019 public apology to James, acknowledging his youthful immaturity, marked a turning point. He had underestimated the pressures of leadership. James responded graciously, reinforcing their mutual respect. By 2024, James publicly called Irving the most gifted player he had ever seen, highlighting natural talents without broader achievement claims. Irving reciprocated, recognizing James as a teacher and mentor. Speculation about reunions surfaced, Lakers or Mavericks. While roster and financial constraints prevented a realignment, the discussions reflected how fully the two had repaired their public relationship. Both players had moved past the bitterness of 2017. Irving's post-Cleveland legacy is complex. Dallas offered new opportunities to redefine himself alongside Luka Doncic. Controversies, including his COVID-19 vaccine stance and the anti-Semitic social media incident, competed with his on-court brilliance for attention. James's measured responses reflected loyalty without endorsing mistakes, maintaining a delicate balance. The what-ifs linger. Could they have won more championships had Irving stayed? Might they have challenged the Golden State dynasty more effectively? These questions will never have definitive answers, but their partnership, culminating in the 2016 Finals comeback against a 73-win Golden State team, remains one of the NBA's most remarkable achievements. For Irving, the 2017 trade request was about more than escaping LeBron's shadow. It was about growth, timing, and ambition. He has accepted the consequences, both triumphant and regrettable, and continues to play with independence and clarity. For LeBron, his legacy endured regardless, shaped by championships and leadership beyond Cleveland. Their story is a case study in partnership, conflict, and reconciliation, a narrative defined by championships, controversies, mistakes, and growth. It reminds us that player decisions are rarely simple, and that greatness is about navigating both on-court challenges and off-court complexities. The chapter of Irving leaving Cleveland may be closed, but the story of their intertwined careers and the lessons therein continues to unfold.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.